Hi, beautiful people. How are ya? I hope you're having a great day.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear.
It's hot outside today, and my husband took today and tomorrow off to work on the greenhouse. The wind is blowing pretty gusty like, and so I'm having to stop and go outside and help him periodically support those window panels so that they don't blow away on him. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe if you do. Thank you for being here. We have a natural rhythm to our sleep called our sleep architecture. On a typical night, we'll go from 4 to 6 sleep cycles, and not all of our sleep cycles are the same length. But on average, a sleep cycle will last about 90 minutes and is composed of 4 individual sleep stages when we're first falling asleep, and 3 individual sleep stages once we're asleep. In today's video, I'll talk about why the stages are important and how they relate to a sleep cycle. I'll also discuss the importance of a good sleep architecture in patients with fibromyalgia. Here we go. Most everyone has heard the terms N1 or stage 1 sleep, light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. In a normal sleep cycle, we'll go through each of these stages. When you have a sleep study completed, doctors will usually recognize cycles and stages as our sleep architecture patterns, and it may be represented as a graph. I wonder if I can get a copy of mine. I never thought to ask. First, we enter stage 1, called alpha sleep, or N1, which lasts about 1 to 7 minutes. This stage consists of 5% of our total sleep time. This is when you first fall asleep. The body hasn't completely relaxed yet, but brain waves start to slow with periods of brief movements. This stage only happens when we first fall asleep, so unless you wake up during the night for some reason, you'll not go through this stage the rest of the night. You can be easily awoken in this stage, but if we're not disturbed, we'll move quickly into stage 2. Stage 2 will last 10 to 25 minutes. This is when we are in deeper sleep, or theta, or N2 stage. In this stage, the body is calmer, including a drop in temperature, relaxed muscles, and slowed breathing and heart rate. New patterns of brain waves occur, and eye movement stops. There are short bursts of brain activity that will occur and is considered the reason why it may be more difficult to be awoken by external stimuli. With each new sleep cycle, this stage can become longer during the night. About 45% or half of our sleep time is in this stage. Stage 3, or N3, is our deepest sleep, called delta sleep, and lasts 20 to 40 minutes. In this sleep stage, our body relaxes even more, and it can be difficult for someone to wake us up when we're in this stage. Breathing rate and our pulse decreases, and muscles relax even further. Identifiable brain waves, called delta waves or slow wave sleep, are observed. This stage is crucial for body recovery and growth. It provides restorative properties and bolsters the immune system and other bodily processes. It's also believed that deep sleep contributes to insightful thinking, creativity, and memory. This stage processes our memories for the day. What is really interesting is that we spend more time in deep sleep during the first half of the night. This is when deep sleep lasts 20 to 40 minutes, but as we continue to sleep, this stage gets shorter and we'll spend more time in stage 4 during the other half of the night. This stage is about 25% of our sleep time. When we're woken during this time, cognitive issues can occur during the day with impaired mental performance. Sleepwalking, night terrors, and bedwetting can occur during this stage. Stage 4, or N4, or commonly known as REM sleep, lasts 10 to 60 minutes. This is when we have vivid dreaming. It's not considered a restful sleep stage. Breathing can become erratic and irregular. As our stage 3 sleep gets shorter in the last half of the night, this stage gets longer in the last half. It's why we might remember a dream when we wake up, because most people will wake in the morning during this stage. Brain activity picks up during this stage, almost like when we're awake, but the body experiences atonia, a temporary paralysis of the muscles, except for the eyes and the muscles that control breathing. Have you woken up with your arm asleep? It's an odd feeling. This is why. You've seen someone's eyes move around quickly while they're sleeping, right? This is the rapid eye movement term we've heard of during REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep. This stage is absolutely essential to memory, learning, and creativity. We can dream in the other sleep cycles, although less common, but in this stage, they are the most vivid. This is when nightmares and vivid dreaming occurs. You won't enter this stage until about 90 minutes after you fall asleep, normally. At first, this stage lasts about 10 minutes, and as the night goes on, this stage gets longer and can last up to an hour. So this stage makes up about 25% of our adult sleep. So overall, sleep cycles last about 90 minutes. This is what a sleep cycle is like. Normally, we experience stage 1 right after we're falling asleep. Then we cycle from stage 2 to stage 3, back to stage 2, and finally, we experience our first episode of REM sleep, about 90 minutes after falling asleep. This is our first sleep cycle. We can go through 4 to 6 of these in a night, so in order to reap the benefits of each sleep stage, we need to experience about 5 to 6 of these sleep cycles a night. 5 to 6 of these sleep cycles equates to 7 or 8 hours of sleep a night. That's why we hear so often that you need a good 8 hours of sleep a night. If we sleep only 5 or 6 hours in a night, we're only getting 3 to 4 sleep cycles. So this is very important. Since stage 3 gets shorter as the night goes on, and stage 4 gets longer as the night goes on, we're cutting back on each sleep stage unevenly and cutting out the richness of our sleep. We need that time when we're getting more REM sleep, just like we need the time when we're getting deep sleep. I've heard some people say, I don't dream. So is that because they aren't sleeping long enough for the body to benefit from longer REM sleep? Maybe. Or maybe that's just not when they wake up. But there's still a delicate balance to our sleep routine. So These stages are important to clean up partial or unnecessary information that we've gathered throughout our day. There's a targeted erasure of synapses that causes us to forget unimportant information that might clutter that synaptic network. And this prepares us for the day ahead. We recuperate from our day. Metabolic waste products are cleared that were generated while we were awake. The value of sleep is to restore natural balances of neuronal centers, which is necessary for overall health. Sleep is important to conserve our metabolic energy. If we don't get enough sleep, our memory, thinking, emotions, and physical health will suffer. And people who are frequently woken up during the night may struggle to properly cycle into these deeper sleep stages. In a study, people who were deprived of sleep after a learning session showed virtually no performance improvement on the following day. When subjects were allowed to sleep immediately after training, their performance significantly improved. Slow wave sleep, or stage 3, was crucial to this process. However, there are some tasks that REM sleep is important. Procedural memory formation would be prompted by stage 3 sleep, whereas late REM sleep would promote memory formation only after periods of rich stage 3 sleep has occurred. If you have insomnia, you may not be getting enough total sleep to accumulate the needed time in each stage. And if you have sleep apnea, you may be inadequately cycling through the deeper stages of sleep. These are the obvious ones, but alcohol and drugs can alter our full sleep architecture. Alcohol decreases REM sleep early in the night, but as alcohol wears off, there is REM sleep rebound that is prolonged. Restless legs can cause multiple awakenings and interrupt the normal sleep cycle. Irregular or insufficient sleep over a period of days or more can cause an abnormal sleep cycle. And age plays a factor too. As we age, we spend less time in REM sleep. There does tend to be a difference in gender sleeping, and I thought this interesting. Men spend longer in stage 1 sleep and experience more nighttime awakenings, causing them to more likely complain of daytime sleepiness. Women maintain slow wave sleep, the 3rd stage, but may have more difficulty falling asleep. That's true in my household. So, in fibromyalgia, sleep problems are common. As mentioned, restless legs, sleep apnea, and depression, 3 common conditions in fibromyalgia, can disrupt the sleep cycle. We can wake up feeling unrestored and have daytime fatigue. Just as painful symptoms can prevent us from getting enough sleep, sleep deprivation can exacerbate widespread pain and tenderness. In sleep apnea, stages N3 or stage 3 and REM sleep are reduced because the airway tends to collapse during these stages. This leads to daytime sleepiness because efficient sleep was not obtained. In depression, the time between sleep onset and the start of the first REM sleep is decreased. As we age, misaligned melatonin and cortisol secretion rhythms occur. Difficulty initiating and maintaining sleep is cited in about 43% of elderly individuals. Insomnia and earlier wake times is common due to an advanced circadian rhythm. Even though sleep becomes more difficult, the need doesn't decrease. In a sleep study, patients with fibromyalgia were given this suvorexant, brand name Belsomra. Suvorexant is an orexin antagonist medication for the treatment of insomnia. Do any of you take this medication? I've never taken sleep medication before, so I'm not really qualified to talk about it. Once I got my sleep apnea treated and started on a muscle relaxer, I slept more soundly. For your safety, you need to make sure you take that medication early enough in the evening at bedtime, because in the morning you might feel extra drowsy or sleepier during the day. Allowing yourself more time to sleep is crucial, so driving with caution is needed. But everyone's tolerance is different. So, anywho, in that sleep study, patients slept longer and experienced less pain the next day compared to those who took a placebo. A muscle relaxer can help too if you experience muscle spasms, or just to help you relax enough to get to sleep. I know it's been a game changer for me, because it was becoming a major problem for me being able to get to sleep and then waking up with muscle spasms. So my doctor put me on tizanidine, and it's worked very well for me, but we're all different. And there are other muscle relaxants. So talk to your doctor to find the right one for you. Now that we know how important sleeping soundly for 7 to 9 hours is for us, we need to plan our sleep schedule and improve our sleep hygiene. This is a problem for me sometimes, and so this is definitely something I need to hear. I'm pretty stubborn. But now that I know how risky it is not to sleep enough hours, I hope this makes a difference in my life by putting these things into practice. So here's the list. Set a sleep schedule, even on the weekends. Go to bed and get up at the same time each day. My husband's really great at doing that. Exercise as you can, and exercise can mean so many different things to so many of us. It could mean walking down a hallway, stretching, light housework, yoga. It could mean various different things. Just do your best to be as active as you can be. Usually early in the day is best, but my former rheumatologist suggested I try to do stretches, mostly to loosen up my muscles close to bedtime. And I'm able to do that most nights after a warm bath, when that helps to relax me. Practice mindfulness meditation or deep breathing to learn to be present in the moment and help to cope with difficult situations and chronic pain. Consider any of the following: vitamin D supplementation, melatonin, B vitamins, magnesium, an antidepressant, or some other useful supplement. And if you have one that's helped you, will you please share it with us? Get sunshine when able. Avoid alcohol before bed. Eliminate noise and light disruptions. Sleep with clean sheets and pillowcases, and have a good mattress. Avoid stimulants too close to the time you plan to sleep. Usually, for me, not after 2 p.m. Correct sleep apnea, muscle spasms, and restless legs with medication or other treatment, like using my CPAP every night, which I do religiously. Take a warm bath before bed. Brush your teeth. Read a light book, and then turn the light out is an example of a bedtime routine. So I hope all of this made sense to you and you understand why I felt this was an important topic to cover. I need to hear it. That's for sure. I send you gentle hugs and support. Love you.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly.
We'll go from 4 to slick. About 45% or half of our sleep. So in order to reap the benefits, and this proof in a study, people who were deprived of sleep after a learning session to accumulate the nodal due to an advanced circadian my foot's falling asleep. Now that we know how important, I feel like there's a fly buzzing on me. All right, having weird twitches. I don't know.